Mga katropa, mga kaibigan at mga kasinag, isang napakagandang gabi sa inyong lahat at syempre Happy Father's Day sa lahat ng mga tatay at ama na narito sa venue at nanonood live. Saludo po sa mga haligi ng tahanan. Pinapanood nyo ngayon ang SinagLakasKwarenta 2.0 dito sa SM Events Hall ng SM Southmall dito sa Las Piñas City. In a short while, we will be heading to the live shots of the players to be watched out for today. For Francis Kiko Jose, ang player to watch ng San Pedro Mamba, Aaron.
Yeah, itong si Francis Kiko Jose, a very athletic guard, one of the veterans nitong San Pedro Mamba. Likes to get in that mid-range area, diba? A scorer para sa kanila. Also likes to slash the rim, so he's gonna be looking to do the damage dito on the offensive end para sa San Pedro Mamba.
That looks incredibly exciting. And on the side of Fire Chief, Fire Extinguisher, dito naman si LA Angeles.
Yeah, and if we talked about athleticism kanina, this guy is athletic. Itong si LA Angeles. Skies for those rebounds. Likes to get in the open court in the transition of his defense. Ito talaga si LA Angeles ang gumagawa dito para sa Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers.
So the game right now and our nightcap for tonight will be between San Pedro Mamba and Fire Chief, Fire Extinguisher. Kanina, it was a great game na nag-force into overtime between JETOUR EXILE and VERTEX Maritime. Pero ngayon, last game na between San Pedro Mamba and Fire Chief, Fire Extinguisher. My name is Mix Gonzalez, your anchor for today. Joining me is Aaron D. And of course, the third member of our broadcast panel, Courtney Buenaventura. Aaron D, magandang gabi sa inyo.
Yun, magandang gabi Mix, magandang gabi sa lahat ng mga nanonood. It's Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers watching out there. And I'm so excited for our second game of this day. Kasi kanina, di ba, napakaganda yung nakita natin. So let's expect more from this game ngayon.
Yes, absolutely. And I can't wait to jump into the action. Sooner or later, it's gonna be between San Pedro Mamba nga and the Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers. What can we expect for today's game, Aaron?
Well, definitely, a super power matchup dito kasi itong San Pedro Mamba, one game pa lang yung nalaro nila ngayon. Kaya they yet to get their feet wet in this tournament. So yun ang aabangan natin ngayon.
Yeah, so a little bit of the story of this game, no? San Pedro Mamba really just joined the tournament with a 0-1 record and medyo nakarami ng laro nitong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers.
Yeah, as I mentioned kanina, diba, 0-1 pa lang ang record nila. So they only played one game in this tournament. They're at number 12 right now. Pero the record doesn't say enough about what they've done dito. Kasi last game, they lost one game against the Takjel. Ito namang Fire Chief, Fire Extinguisher at number 3. 4-2 ang record nila. So they've been doing well in this tournament and they're looking to carry their momentum in this game against the new team, itong San Pedro Mamba.
And I can't wait to see this quality basketball. We're gonna see Game 2 live in your screens right now. We're gonna turn it over to our game announcer, Ram Valid, to get the ball rolling.
Good evening once again, SLA fans, and the basketball action continues on a great Sunday Father's Day. We're coming to you live inside the SOUTHMALL, SM Southmall, Las Piñas City. Welcome to SINAG LIGA ASYA, SinagLakasKwarenta Season 2, presented to you by SINAG LIGA ASYA and co-presented by CDO Foodsphere, foods that brings you home, and True Religion Philippines. We're also live at SINAG LIGA ASYA official FB page and YouTube channel at SINAG LIGA TV. This is our second game for the day 32 of the competition, featuring San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone and your Fire Chief, Fire Extinguisher. And now let's meet the starting lineup of the protagonists. First, for your San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone. Starting at guard, number 13, Ron Aldos. Also at guard, number 26, Kiko Jose. At center number 28, Rod Sablaon. At forward number 0, Joy Gabriel. And also at forward number 3, Mike Nuki. San Pedro Mamba X Razon is led by Coach Grace Javier. Assistant coaches, Bong Modelo and Pao Ramirez. Team manager, Mr. Alvin Lugo. Team owner, attorney Melvin Matibay. Your San Pedro Mamba X Razon. And now, let's meet the starting five of your Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Starting out forward number 78, Ryan Tolentino. Also at forward number 26, Ice De La Cruz. At center number 2, Kirik Toto. At guard number 10, Wilper Yutones. And the other guard number 3, Florence Kuramaria. Head coach for Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher is Ronald Tubid. Assistant coaches, Eric De La Cuesta, Paolo Di Borja, Angelo Aloy San Jose. Team owner, Mr. Florence Mario. Your Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Game official shards in action. Erson Birds Izuga, Noel Minchero, Joshua Cruz, and Roldan Johnson.
And starters on your screen right now for San Pedro Mamba, X, Razon, Halo-Halo, and Palabok. They will be going with Francis Jose, Ronald Aldos at the guards. Jose Gabriel will be their center, and Aquino and Nugi will be filling the forward positions. And looking at the other side, Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher, Leodones and Marion will be their guards. Kirk Todok at the center, and Tolentino and De La Cruz will be their forwards for today's ballgame. And now we're about to begin game number 2, the last game of today's doubleheader. This is the game between San Pedro Mamba, X, Razon, Halo-Halo, and Palabok, and the Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Once again, my name is Migs Gonzalez. Joining me is Aaron D. Aaron, what can we expect in today's ballgame?
Well, yun na nga. Actually, itong San Pedro Mamba, they're actually a medyo surprise team dito kasi they've only played 1 game in our tournament. So, di pa sila masyado nakikita dito. Yung exposure nila, konti pa lang. So, titingnan natin kung ano mapapakita nila. Itong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers naman, they're at number 3 right now, a 42 record. We've seen what they can do, and we expect already na maganda yung ipapakita nila dito. So, titingnan natin how San Pedro Mamba is going to counter that.
And we noticed Aaron kanina, no? We saw in the players to watch, it was Francis Jose for San Pedro Mamba, and it was LA Angeles for itong Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Pero napansin natin, si Francis Jose is a starter for San Pedro Mamba, pero hindi nag-start itong si LA Angeles. Any reason behind that?
Yeah, well, itong si LA Angeles, he usually starts off the bench, diba? So, dun siya, parang spark plug siya, 6-man yung role niya dito, and he really brings that energy. As I mentioned kanina, yung athleticism talaga niya yung binibigay niya dito sa team na to. Rebounding, steals, defense, and especially pag itong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers, nawawalan sila ng momentum, diba? They're having a hard time to score. This guy comes in, tries to play good defense, actually plays good defense, gets those stops, open court transition basket sila, easy points para sa Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. Yun ang ginagawa ng isang LA Angeles.
I see, parang binubulsa muna itong si LA Angeles, parang secret weapon muna nila para hindi masyadong mapagod. So right now, 4-0 is our score, an early lead for Fire Chiefs here. San Pedro still yet to get on the board. Jose, a reverse layup is good.
And itong si Kiko Jose, he loves to do that. Actually, just to share, nung pandemic, actually, lagi ko itong kalaro si Kiko Jose, di ba? Pagkapasok ko ng court, nagulat ako, sabi ko, this guy's 40 na pala, di ba? Kasi
It
grabe
doesn't
yung...
look like
Hindi talaga, grabe yung laro nito, di ba? Tumatopboard pa yan pag may game, di ba?
Wow.
Really athletic player. Actually, feel ko mas athletic pa to sa akin, di ba? At my age, di ba? Iba talaga yung laro nitong ni Kiko Jose. Kaya, yun na nga, really one of the good players itong si Jose.
But I think it's really testament to all the players here. It doesn't really stop at Francis Jose. It's for all the teams. 40 and up to, pero madaming hindi halata na 40 na nga sila, as just like you said. But yun nga, quick basket there for Fire Chief, gets on the board with 2 points. Good pass to the inside, extra pass to the left side, and short stab is good para kay Kirk Todok.
And that's Todok's game. Inside the paint, outside the paint, perimeter jumpers, yun ang ginagawa niya, yung mga short jumpers na gano'n. Not really an outside threat, pero that's where he makes his living off those 2-pointers.
And yun nga yung mga sinasabi natin sa mga scrimmage natin dito sa Pilipinas. Aaron, mga piso-piso eh. Diyan that can spell a 10-point lead and a close game, you know, just making those piso-piso shots. And no one boxing out number 0. That was Jose Gabriel, but he was blocked from behind. Good defense by the Fire Chiefs. Fire Extinguishers, rather. So the ball will go back to Fire Chief.
And you can see the point guard nitong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers, itong si Leodones. A very quick guard, likes to push the ball in transition. So yun ang ginagawa niya dito as the floor general of the Fire Chiefs.
Great move on the inside there by Ryan Tolentino. But he's fouled by Rodel Sablon as Tolentino tried to get to the basket pero naharangan nga siya doon. So once again, those who would like to watch itong liga natin ngayon, we are here at the SM Events Hall at SM SOUTHMALL in Las Piñas City. It's free admission, so this is a free pass for very great quality basketball for those that are 40 and up, and that's actually still unbelievable, Aaron.
Grabe talaga yung mga napapakita ng mga players dito, di ba? Actually, feel ko nga parang kaya pa nila mag-matchup dun sa mga 23 under, di ba? Mga 21
Exactly.
under. Kasi iba talaga yung, kahit yung sa conditioning nila, di ba?
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect that for a 40 and up division could do this. Kaya pa nila mag-man-to-man, run the whole game, di ba? Fast breaks, and make those three-pointers. Difficult shots para sa kanila.
So can you imagine what they were doing when they were even younger?
Di ba?
Diba? Talagang baka ito yung mga NBA na never na-discover. As a fast break opportunity not completed there by Fire Chief. Good transition defense there from San Pedro Mamba. So the ball will go back to the white shirts. 4-8 is our score with about 6.5 remaining in the first. No look pass to the inside pero akala niya siguro 6-footer si Sablon. Miscommunication there.
A bit too ambitious on that pass, pero good intention nonetheless, di ba? Kung nakuha niyo yung pass yun, that's an open shot right there on the inside para sa San Pedro Mamba.
Absolutely. Great intention nga, pero sayang, di nag-connect. Here we go, same spot, same result, still can't connect on that. And now San Pedro Mamba off to the races. 3-on-1 fast break. Jose trying to carve some space underneath. Extra pass is rejected by L.A. Hangeles, who is now in the game, Aaron. The X-factor of Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers, has checked in with the number 24.
And mabilis siyang pinasok, di ba? We still have 6 minutes remaining. Pero agad-agad itong si L.A. Angeles pinasok na, as well as itong si number 13, si Fonzie Martinez.
What does Fonzie Martinez bring to the table naman for Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers?
Well, this guy can attack inside and out. He could go to the post kung kita niya may mismatch, can shoot from outside. Very complete player itong si Martinez. Kaya niya mag-bang sa loob, most especially.
Para pala itong si Paul Riguera kanina. You know, he's a 3-level scorer and he recognizes where the defense sags and he's gonna make you pay. Ito na nga, Fonzie Martinez has the ball. Leodones uncorks a 3. Yes, sir!
And the Spitfire guard from the Fire Chiefs making it rain from the outside. That's Leodones.
And 10-4 is the score. 6-point lead now for Fire Extinguishers. Talagang very suitable nga yung name nila, no? Itong Fire Extinguishers. Kasi feeling ko pag nag-run yung kabilang team, parang pamatay sunog nga lahat ng kaya nilang gawin. With the amount of weapons that they have after Gabriel misses that fadeaway jumper. Leodones drives to the hole. It's fouled, but no basket conversion there. So he'll have to earn his points at the free throw line.
And a good job by Leodones using a speed advantage on that play. A small hesitation lang to freeze the defender. Take a look at that.
Great move by Leodones, using his speed, as you said. And it's the angles also, you know. Kyrie Irving says that a lot as a guard. It's already not about speed. It's not just about shiftiness. It's also about the angles that you attack as a guard. And Leodones, perfect example there.
Attacking that corner right there. Trying for the inside, had finish pa with the left. So very crafty player itong si Leodones.
And he makes that second free throw, extending the lead to 7. And substitutions coming in here for San Pedro Mamba.
Velasco is in the game. Ryan Velasco.
Ball goes to Velasco, but a turnover here in favor of the Fire Extinguishers. And that pass is, I thought it was too strong, but apparently it was. Turnover now. San Pedro off to the races. To the left side. Jumper. Good defense there by number 16. That was Mon Bernardo. And Velasco's on the floor just after he was substituted into the game. And that's not what you want to see. Look, Looks like he's grabbing onto his left ankle here. I think he landed on Mon Bernardo as Bernardo tried to contest his shot. And he's still on the floor, still struggling to get up here.
Yeah, parang on the battle for the rebound din, parang nung tumatalon sila after that miss. Mukhang he sprained his ankle, itong si Ryan Velasco.
Pero you know, I hope it's just a minor sprain, you know. As basketball players, talagang common ang sprains niya. Tsaka mga, well, next to pulikat, no? Yung tapilok talagang isa sa mga malaking kalaban ng mga basketball player.
And you can see Migs na naka-Kobe siya doon, di ba, low cut? What's your take on that, di ba? Kasi usually sinasabi nila mag-high cut ka para di ka ma-sprain.
I'm actually not sure because I've always used low cut shoes. That's the thing eh. Kasi high cut shoes, actually ngayon lang ako nag-high cut. But if it really does prevent injury, that's good. You know? But how about you? What do you think about that?
Ako feel ko actually there's no difference din naman.
It's really just, you know, trying to avoid injuries in general. So right now, we're going to be turning it over to the third member of our broadcast team, Courtney Buenaventura, for an interview with head coach of Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers, Eric De La Cuesta. Courtney?
Yes, thank you, Aaron and Migs. I interviewed Coach Eric De La Cuesta from Fire Chief, except he is not playing today due to having a minor sprain on his left foot. That's why he can't join the team. But he is all okay, and we're looking forward to see him play on the next games. Aaron, Migs?
Thank you so much, Courtney. So, you know, we are missing Eric De La Cuesta today in today's ball game. But Aaron, maybe you can shed some light on what Eric De La Cuesta brings to the team of Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers?
Well, definitely veteran experience ang dinadala ng isang coach Eric De La Cuesta para dito sa Fire Chiefs. Kasi he's really composed, diba? Kahit sobrang simple lang laro niya. He even coaches them while he's on the court. Kaya kailangan talaga nila siya in this game. Pero sadly, wala siya. He's gonna be on the sidelines naman with Coach Ronald Tubid as well.
So yun nga, no? Isa sa mga assistant coach actually nitong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers is a PBA player in Ronald Tubid. And for those who don't know, you know, he played for San Miguel. And I believe he's a household name in the PBA. So Bernardo will report to the line now after being fouled by Jose. But great heads-up defense there by Jose. Nagkaroon siya ng 2v2 play. 2-on-1 fast break and na-stop niya yun. So good stop there for San Pedro Mamba. And now San Pedro Mamba now with possession as Jose will bring it down. 13-4 is our score. After that great 3 by Castillon. Norman Castillon sinks that 3 on the right side. A much needed score there for San Pedro Mamba.
Ooh, tries for the inside pass there pero traveling ang tinawag doon.
And for the head coach naman ng itong San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone, after we see this instant replay, after the 3 by Castillon, that is the lakas shot of the quarter brought to you by CDO, food that brings you home. And as I was mentioning kanina nga, Aaron, no? Itong head coach naman ng San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone, Halo-Halo and Palabok, itong si Chris Javier. He was formerly a pro player.
Yeah, and actually, I believe nag-Gilas Pilipinas ito. In that team, alam mo yung cadets na kasama sila CJ Perez, sila Von Pesumal.
Oh!
Naglaro yan si Chris Javier doon.
Okay. And now he's now the head coach of San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone. Jose stops on a dime. Gives it to the trailer, puts it up on the wild shot. No good. Jose controls it. Tries to seal off the defender, gets the bang in the bucket. And Jose will report to the free throw line for one more shot.
And those are the shots of Jose right there inside. Taking the bump for the end one. Take a look at that.
Grabe yung hang time ni Jose dun, you know. And that is the lakas drive of the quarter, again brought to you by CDO. That is food that brings you home. And he completes the three-point play. And now Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers just trailing by 3 here after a quiet run, I'd say, by San Pedro Mamba. Shot clock reads 10. Backing down at the post, extra pass. Beautiful basketball there by Fire Chief. And Fonzie Martinez, as you mentioned kanina, the all-around offensive output maker para sa Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. Getting the bang in the bucket there. As we look at this instant replay, that is the lakas assist of the quarter brought to you by SM SOUTHMALL. And timeout will be called here by San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone. Halo-Halo and Palabok will be heading into a timeout. We'll be back after these messages. Now checking back into the ball game as we see the last game of San Pedro Mamba when they lost to Takjel 69-87. Aaron.
Yup, a battle between two teams from Laguna, neighboring team San Pedro versus Binyan dito. Binyan coming out triumphant in that game, 87-69. Kung titingnan natin dito, yung points in the paint nila, they were outscored right there, as well as the points from turnovers. So, ang daming turnovers dito ng San Pedro Mamba, and Binyan took advantage.
And yun nga, they got away with the win, 87-69. But right now, San Pedro Mamba wanting their presence to be felt in this league, and they want to get a win here against the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers.
Yup, makes and most especially first game nitong San Pedro Mamba against the Takjel Binyan. Kaya titingnan natin dito kung ano pa yung mapapakita nila in our league.
Now Jose will bring down the ball here for San Pedro Mamba. Barking out orders for his men here. Aquino receives it on the right side. Quick double team. Back to Jose at the top of the key. Slashing and trying to find the open man on the inside. But no good. Extra pass to the inside but blocked partially, I believe, by Angeles. Good defense there. Back-to-back blocks para kay LA Angeles. What a defensive play by Fire Chiefs. And Fonzie Martinez could have taken that three, but I guess chill daw muna. Angeles. Quick move. And immediately leaving Norman Castillon in the dust.
And that's the energy that LA Angeles brings to the table. Take a look at that, Migs.
What a block there, and that was the Lakas block of the quarter, brought to you by 0107 Management Group Incorporated. Grabe yung block na yan, saktong-sakto, and that's exactly what you've been saying kanina, Aaron, you know. And I know it's just the first quarter, pero grabe yung energy na pinapakita na nito ni LA Angeles.
Talagang return to sender ang ginawa ni LA Angeles on that play. And then on the other end naman, a quick crossover, trying to attempt the jump shot, getting fouled, and now he's on the free throw line. Yun ang the little things that LA Angeles does for this Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher team.
Now San Pedro Mamba still trying to knock on the door here. Just a 6-point lead here for Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Castillon, three-pointer, no good. And Martinez comes up with it.
Medyo hirap pa dito mag-convert ang San Pedro Mamba from the outside.
Parang ang may takip yung ring para sa kanila dito. So let's see how they're gonna break their drought here as a jumper is drained by Aloy San Jose.
And a good find right there by Angeles. San Jose was all alone on that left corner for that quick mid-range jumper off the zone.
And now some ball movement here by San Pedro Mamba. Passes it to Aquino at the top of the key. Quick move. Spin move against Bernardo. Fades away, no good. And Cruz comes up with it.
Good defense by Bernardo, controlling Aquino on that play. Off of his jab step to the spin right there.
Angeles, quick move. Pero muntik na masundutan nito ni Mark Ignacio. Martinez puts up the high arcing jumper. But offensive board here by number 16, Juan Bernardo. No one boxing out Bernardo there, Aaron.
And once again, that was all done by LA Angeles, tapping that ball to his teammate Bernardo for that open putback.
And Aquino trying to ask for the ball again. Swings it to his open teammate, all day to shoot. But can't make the defense pay. Last 10 seconds in the first. Martinez working on Jose. Gets the pick. Finds Aloy. No good. And the ball is tapped away to out of bounds. So the first quarter will be ended. 20-10 is the score. A 10-point lead para sa Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. A decisive lead so far for the men in blue.
Yeah, with a 10-point lead dito, diba? So itong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers in full control in this first quarter. Medyo nahirapan pa mag-convert from the outside itong San Pedro Mamba. That was their only 3-pointer dun sa first quarter natin. Yung mga shots nila di talaga pumapasok. Pero itong si Kiko Jose right there, with a bruise and a deuce to get that end one to go. On the other end naman, itong si Martinez right there with an end one of his own. Good patience by him with the pump fake. And then LA Angeles with a big block. Then he finds his open shooter, San Jose, in that corner right there. Right
Again,
there. Diba?
Talagang X-factor itong si LA Angeles, just like you said, Aaron. So I'm so excited to see what else he has in store for us. We'll be back for more action.
Subo hanggang huli, parang kisa aking pisngi. Kain love, love talaga, kahit di sabihin. Feel na love kami. Kain love,
Head coach ko. According to Coach Chris Javier from San Pedro Mamba, despite this just being their second game this season and their first time to encounter and face against the Fire Chiefs, they are not feeling pressured at all. He also mentioned that their goal today is to play as one unit and focus on their teamwork and ensure a consistent performance throughout the game. Back to you, Migs and Aaron.
Maraming salamat as usual, Courtney, for that insight into the San Pedro Mamba Extra Zones Halo-Halo and Palabok team. For Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers, they're really trying to play as a unit here. You know, we'll see. And kitang-kita naman as they are up in double digits. So if you're San Pedro Mamba, Aaron, what would you do and who would you go to eventually break this lead?
Well, first of all, they need to control yung mga mid-range jumpers na ginagawa nitong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers. As we saw on the other end, itong si Todok, nakaisa na naman dun sa loob. And we take a look at that, diba? A quick fast break layup doon para kay Ryan, diba? So yun na nga, medyo nahirapan sila mag-contain dun sa defensive end nila. So they need to focus on the defensive end muna para they'll have an easier time on the offensive end.
And just checking in, it's Castroverde para sa San Pedro Mamba. We'll see if this could be a defensive adjustment for Chris Javier.
And once again, De La Cruz with an end one right there.
Ayan na naman, Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers, they smell blood right now. Tolentino all the way to the basket, gets that basket, and now he's gonna go to the free throw line for one more. As we look at this instant replay on your screens at the moment, that is the lakas move of the quarter, brought to you by Cable Link. And Tolentino completes it. Biggest lead of the game right now at 17 points. 10-27, napako na talaga sa GIS itong San Pedro Mamba, Aaron.
Grabe, Migs, ang bilis, no? Kanina, kakastart pa lang ng second quarter natin, 10 points yung lamang. Ngayon, di ba, 17 na.
Right now, at 17, you know, it's talagang scoring onslaught na to. And good defense there by Todok. But third time's the charm. Sabi nga ni Sablaon, gets that 2 points. Battle for the board. Fire Chief comes up with it. Three-pointer on the way. Yes, sir! That was J. Arcusa.
And itong si J. Arcusa, he's a marksman dito para sa Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers. Designated shooter ito. Talagang titira to sa labas. That's his role for their team.
And another three-pointer. Not even hitting the basket there for San Pedro Mamba. And just like you said, Aaron, I think they really have to just focus on their defense right now.
Tama, and even in their offense, diba, they keep shooting threes from the outside. Diba? It's not working right now for them. Di talaga pumapasok. They got that three-pointer to start off the game kanina. Pero ngayon, hirap na hirap talaga sila makakonvert.
And you know, if as long as Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers just keep tacking more points, just like that, nagkaroon nga na naman ng tres itong si J. Arcusa. San Pedro Mamba has their hands full, even if it's just the first half.
And kita mo talaga itong si Arcusa, diba? He has the green light to shoot para sa Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers. Misses that shot. His teammate gets the offensive board. And then he once again takes another three to make it.
Not sure about that call, Aaron, but it looks like the referee saw one step too many for Aquino. Napituhan ng travel doon. Pero grabe talagang yung inside pressure nitong yung presence ng Fire Extinguishers. They're hard to contest on the inside. Their defense on the inside is airtight as well. So nahihirapan mag-score regardless of where San Pedro is.
And alam mo, if you'll notice their team composition now, hindi sila yung kasing tangkad nung parang kanina ba yung mga Vertex Maritime, or yung mga JETOUR, diba?
Yes.
Double big, diba? Itong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers ang ginagawa nila, yung mga bigs nila, very versatile.
Yes.
Diba? Can drive, can dribble, can shoot, diba? Yung parang sila Ice De La Cruz. Kaya yun naman yung dinadala ng mga bigs nila into this game.
And that's what makes them so dangerous. And that's exactly why the score is the way it is. It's 33-12 right now. So San Pedro Mamba still looking for a saving grace here as Castroverde badly misses that layup. And a fast break finished by Wilford Leodones.
Leodones finishing that fast break off with the left hand inside layup right there, showing off the touch.
But you know, if you were head coach Chris Javier, what would you be telling to your team in the next timeout to eventually, you know, chip away at this lead ng Fire Chiefs?
Well, definitely they need to fix their shot selection kasi doon talaga sila nahihirapan, di ba? They're just jacking up three-pointers from the outside. Pati sa defense actually, di ba? Nafa-fast breakan sila doon, di ba? Tinatakbuhan sila ng Fire Chiefs. So they need to run down agad. Dapat may naka-safety na doon. Pero alam mo, it really results from those 3-pointers, diba? As we take a look at that mix.
This instant replay, that was the Lakas assist of the quarter brought to you by SM SOUTHMALL. Leodones finishing that fast break layup. Castroverde fadeaway jumper is good.
And finally, a bucket dito para sa San Pedro Mamba. Getting that shot to go to stop the bleeding just a little bit kasi right now they're down by 21 points.
And talking about defense, no, Aaron, we talked about a lot. We talked a lot about defense in our first game ng Vertex and JETOUR. But right now, if you're San Pedro, what kind of defense would you be implementing against the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers?
Well, right now kasi yung zone defense nila okay na. They just kailangan lang talaga habulin, mag-close out better. Put more energy into the defense kasi, di ba, sa offense nga, di na nga pumapasok mga shots nila. Pero sa defense, parang they look lackluster, di ba?
Interesting take. And JR Kusa, hand down, man down. Lands another 3 para sa Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. And just like that, the lead has ballooned. 38-14 now. A 24-point deficit after that lakas shot of the quarter ni JR Kusa. That is brought to you by CDO, food that brings you home. We'll be back after these short messages.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
And coming back into the ball game, second quarter between Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers and San Pedro Mamba X Razons Halo Halo and Palabok. As you can see, a growing crowd here at the SM SOUTHMALL SM Events Hall dito sa third event, dito sa third floor ng mall na to. It's free admission for great quality basketball only here at SINAG Liga ASYA. Once again, my name is Migs Gonzalez. Joining me here on the panel is Aaron D with seems to be a blowout game so far, Aaron.
Tama, di ba? Itong San Pedro Mamba not coming out like they want to kasi di ba nawawalan sila ng energy dito. Yung mga 3-pointers nila, inside shots nila, hindi talaga pumapasok. They're having a hard time converting and they're giving an easy time on the other end, on the defensive end dito sa Fire Chiefs.
Coming off a timeout, that's the last shot you'd want to see, an air ball. And just like that, Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers off to the races, sidestep expedition by Ryan Tolentino.
And like what I said kanina, Migs, itong Fire Chiefs, they're quick to take advantage of the errors of San Pedro Mamba, diba? Kita mo yun, an air ball right there. Easy rebound, takbo sila agad, a fast break by Tolentino.
And that's deflating if you're San Pedro Mamba, you know? Nag-airball ka na nga, tapos ngayon, now they're trying to shoot. They're trying mid-range jumpers here, but still can't convert. And another fast break score as Francis Jose tried to stop that, but Ryan Tolentino finishing that break.
Same story as the previous possession, diba? A miss from the mid-range area. They get the ball agad, pasa agad, transition basket. So it's too easy right now for the Fire Chiefs.
And a 3 will not connect there para kay Michael Nuki. And throwing that ball out. Todok immediately apologizing. So the ball will go back to San Pedro Mamba.
And really, ang ganda lang talaga ng defense ng Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. Nahihirapan itong San Pedro Mamba against it, diba? Kahit naka-zone defense lang sila, yung mga open shots nila, really contested dito.
And I'm not sure what the referees are trying to stop here, but oh, it looks like there was a substitution that wasn't made final. So now San Pedro Mamba with the ball here. 42-14 is the score. I'm not sure if they should be living and dying by the 3 here. Jose immediately double teamed. Good recognition here by Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers and Castellon with a bailout shot.
And a good shot right there by Castellon. That's actually a very tough shot. One-legged with a hand in his face. Off balance, still making it though.
That's a tough shot if you're Castellon. And Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers missing there on that 3 was Florence Marion.
And Marion getting a good look right there, all alone on that right wing. Pero leaving it short.
Sayang yun, libreng-libre na siya dun, Aaron. Pero hindi nga niya pasok yung tres na yun. Great move on the inside. Quick move by Castellon. Getting that layup to go. What a move there, Aaron.
2 buckets in a row dito para kay Castellon. Take a look at that. Receiving that ball in that painted area. Gives a fake right there. Drives it inside with the inside hand finish. Good touch by Castellon.
And backing down at the post. Backs it to Leodones. Shot clock reads 8. Tolentino nang sasagasa na naman. But that's gonna be a travel on Ryan Tolentino, taking one step too many.
And yun talaga yung move ni Tolentino, that quick Euro step. Pero yun na nga, took a little bit too much steps on that play right in front of the referee. Kaya nahuli siya doon. A traveling violation was called.
Now San Pedro Mamba will try to tack on some points here. All alone to shoot. That was Mark Ignacio, but can't make the defense pay. And all Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers has to do is stay on cruise control here.
Tama, just keep doing what they're doing because it's working right now. Mas babalon pa yung lead nila.
Three-pointer on the way. That was Fonzie Martinez, but can't get it to go. And now San Pedro off to the races. Jose, quick move on the inside. Beautiful move by Francis Kiko Jose. And a timeout will be called by Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. 42-20 is the score so far. As we check out this Lakas play of the quarter, brought to you by J Project Clothing Shop. Francis Jose with some hang time, and he gets those 2 points. We'll be back after this timeout.
Mga kasinag, panoorin ang salpukan sa mundo ng basketball. Watch the world play sa SLA Junior World Showcase sa July 17 to 21 sa Pampanga, Philippines. See you!
And of course, on your screens right now, SINAG Liga Asya would not be possible without our chairman, Rocky Chan, Commissioner Rodney Santos, and our Chief Operating Officer, Coach Leo Isaac on your screens at the moment. So maraming salamat po sa inyo. Without you, walang SINAG Liga Asya, and without SINAG Liga Asya, we would not be here right now, Aaron.
Tama, so maraming salamat po sa lahat. Sila Sir Rodney, si Boss Rocky, so maraming salamat po Sir Leo din.
Now Leodones will bring it down for the Fire Extinguishers. 2.5 in the second quarter. Quick interception there by Mark Ignacio. All the way to the hole. Can't finish the layup. Sorry, miss. And a bump and a bucket by Castellon. Great control there by Castellon. Medyo nag-off balance na siya, pero he bumped it off the glass to get that basket. Sayang yun. And that was the lakas move of the quarter, brought to you by Cable Link.
Alam mo itong si Castellon, napaka-positive impact yung pasok niya dito. Especially na San Pedro Mamba is lacking offense right now.
Pero you know that they have to stack and stack and stack these points. Right now, they can't trade baskets. They have to make defensive stops, just like you said, Aaron. And right now, they just have to stay locked in. So now we'll be heading to the third member of our broadcast team, Courtney Buenaventura, for a report on Ryan Velasco. Courtney?
Thank you, Aaron and Migs. We also, during the second quarter, nakakapasok lang ni Velasco from San Pedro Mamba. Unfortunately, he suffered from a minor injury, which is inversion. As of now, base kay Velasco, hindi pa siya sigurado kung makakalaro pa siya at makakabalik sa loob. Back to you, Aaron and Migs.
Maraming salamat, Courtney. Of course, we hope that Ryan Velasco will be okay, and eventually we'll see action again here sa SinagLakasKwarenta after Leodones gets those 2 points for the Fire Extinguishers.
Really unfortunate, no, Migs, para kay Velasco, kakapasok pa lang, di ba?
Talagang bilog ang bola nga talaga, Aaron. You know, you can be playing for 10 years, you can be playing for 20 years, or baka nga first time mo lang maglaro sa basketball ever, and you can be hit with an injury like that. But of course, we're hoping for the best for him as Castellon gets that sweet layup off the under the board there.
And once again, Castellon doing the damage on the offensive end. Talagang kailangan siya ng San Pedro Mamba right now. It's been him and Kiko Jose for the offensive end dito para sa kanila.
But they really have to expand their offensive pool here and tighten up on defense. Leodones, three-pointer, no good. And no box out there from San Pedro.
And that's unacceptable dun. Tambak na nga kayo in this game and you're letting them get offensive rebounds like that.
Francis Jose, off to the races, drops it off. fake there on the inside. Good move there by JR Aquino.
And good patience done by Aquino with the pump fake, using it to get his defender off. And he gets that easy layup to go.
Pero yun siguro yung beauty ng pagpanonood natin ng 14 up division. No? The wisdom and the basketball IQ that they've developed over the years. Kitang-kita talaga natin. Even though they may not be as fast as they were when they were younger, but the basketball IQ is still there. And Francis Jose, sumabay ka pa, Leodones, gets that basket to go.
And that's what he does. Itong si Kiko Jose, I've seen that move too much.
As we check out this instant replay, and no doubt that is the Lakas drive of the quarter, brought to you by CDO, food that brings you home.
Parang hindi 40 up itong si Kiko Jose with that end, 1 bucket to go.
Smurf account yata itong si Francis Jose. Hindi talaga ako naniniwala na 40 and up talaga itong si number 26.
Kahit mga bata ang kalaban itong ni Kiko Jose, he can do that talaga.
And now down to the last 5 seconds in the second quarter. Back to Leodones. Ball movement, Martinez, last shot of the quarter, in and out. And that will be the end of the first half. A 14-point lead here para sa Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. A double-digit lead for the men in blue. 44-30 as they take on a dominant lead against the white shirts. As we check out the second quarter highlights, Aaron, what does San Pedro have to do here?
Well, actually, kanina, diba, it was a really big lead, umabot ng 21. Pero tingnan mo ngayon, it's just a 14-point lead. And that's due to the offensive production nitong ni Kiko Jose, and especially itong si Castellon, finishing off those buckets inside that they badly needed. Kasi ang dami talaga nilang namimiss. 3-pointers, namimiss nila. Open mid-range shots, wala pa rin. Kahit yung mga layups nila hindi rin pumapasok. Pero pagkapasok ni Castellon, as you take a look at that right there, one of the buckets he made in this second quarter, yun talaga ang makailangan nila, as well as Kiko Jose. So these two guys need to step up, pero they need their other teammates to provide offensive production against the good defense of the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers.
And we'll be watching more of this game after these messages. We'll be back for the second half.
Been a sublimation company for a long time, we have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality tread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Sa unang subo hanggang huli, parang kisa aking pisngi. Kain love, love talaga. Kahit di sabihin, feel na love kami. Kain love, love talaga.
Mga kasinag, panoorin ang salpukan sa mundo ng basketball. Watch the world play sa SLA Junior World Showcase sa July 17 to 21 sa Pampanga, Philippines. See you!
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Sobrang bilis ba? Iyan ang bilis ng FiberX. Iyan ang internet.
Ako si Alpi Martinez ng Team Fire Chief. Suportahan ng Sinag Lakas 40 2.0.
Ako si Jojo Hate ng Tatak Chelbinyan. Suportahan ninyo ang Sinag Lakas 40 2.0.
Ako po si Vice Mayor Jal Alonte ng Binyat Tatakjal Team. Suportahan po natin ang Sinag Lakas 40 2.0.
Ako si Lou Abad ng Tito Rex Firewire. Suportahan ng Sinag Lakas 40 2.0.
Ako si Paul Chavarria ng Binyang Tatak Gel Team sa Ilun. Tutok lang kayo sa Sinag Liga Asya Lakas 40.
Flying is hell. Ryan Ariasa. Redem. And Harping.
Happy Father's Day po sa lahat ng mga kasinag natin na nakatutok. Especially happy Father's Day to my very own father, one of the best, very biggest supporters ng SINAG Liga Asya, my father, Daddy Ivan Galarosa. Dad, I love you. Thank you for all the support sa career ko and sa SINAG Liga Asya.
Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there, especially to my dad. Thank you po sa pag-support sa akin palagi at sa pagturo sa akin simula bata pa ako. I love you.
Hi Dad, sorry that we aren't able to be with you at this moment, but I just want to say that Happy Father's Day and babawi na lang kami pagbalik sa Pinas and we're gonna eat some cube and anything you want. Pwede ko libre, pwede libre mo, pwede libre niya, pwede libre niya. So yes, we love you and we will be here spiritually.
Okay. Happy Father's Day. Words can't express how much we're grateful for you, especially for all the sacrifices na you've been doing, and see you back home, magbalik namin.
Yes.
Hi Bebe, Happy Father's Day. Keep doing what you're doing. You're a great father to our kids. Love you.
Hi Pa, Happy Father's Day. My siblings and I are so blessed to have you in our lives and to have you as our dad. You've always just been so supportive of us and you've always prioritized our happiness growing up. I hope you have a great day today and I pray to God that He keeps you healthy and happy.
Hi Leo, Happy Father's Day. We thank you for being a great father. We thank you for doing everything for us. We love you so much, so we wish you good health and you always take care of yourself. Love you.
Happy Father's Day, Tatay. We love you and you always have to stay healthy, sleep early, don't get stressed, and always be safe. Be aware.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. Stay healthy and happy. We love you so much. Happy Father's Day.
I want to greet Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there and thank you for all the support and love. Happy Father's Day to my daddy na nasa Abra po ngayon at Happy Father's Day po sa lahat po ng tatay ngayon at sa lahat po ng kapamilya.
Happy Father's Day sa lahat ng mga tatay dyan at syempre Happy Father's Day sa papa ko. Salamat sa lahat ng mga sakripisyong ginawa niyo sa amin. So yun lang. I love you, Papa.
Happy Father's Day to all our sinag na tatay and also to my father, Ariel Raymond.
Happy Father's Day po sa lahat ng fathers po dyan. I wish you Happy Father's Day po sa lahat po dyan. Happy Father's Day po sa papa ko po. I wish the best po. Sana turuan niyo po mabuti. Ingat po kayo palagi. And thank you po sa lahat po.
For our halftime report, we have with us Coach Chris Javier from San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone, Halo-Halo and Palabok. First of all, Happy Father's Day, Coach. Coach, kamusta naman po yung chemistry ng team nyo, lalo na't maraming bago sa roster nyo ngayon?
Yung ginagawa namin, parang tuloy-tuloy lang. Tapos, since majority ng players namin ay from San Pedro, so madali lang naman, nagje-gel naman kagad yung team namin. So, So, yun lang po.
Thank you for that, Coach. Now you can have the opportunity to greet your friends, family, and greet anyone you would like to for Happy Father's Day.
First of all, I would like to thank our team owner, Attorney Melvin Matibag, and of course, Boss Alvin Lugo for this opportunity. Boss Paulo Ramirez and Sir Kiko Jose, yung owner po ng Rason. And to all the dads out there, to my dad, Happy Father's Day, Daddy Randy. And sa lahat po ng tatay dito, Happy Father's Day po sa inyong lahat. Yun lang po.
Thank you very much, Coach, and good luck. Back to you, Migs and Aaron.
Maraming salamat, Courtney, with that short interview with Head Coach Chris Javier ng San Pedro Mamba X Razon, Halo-Halo and Palabok. 30-44 is the score, a decisive lead being held here by the Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. What are they doing right, Aaron?
Well, in this game, the San Pedro Mamba have never led. Ito namang Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers, they were in control the whole game with their biggest lead being 28 points. So makikita natin dito, very balanced scoring ang ginagawa nila with J. Arcuza, 3 3-pointers. Ito naman si Ice De La Cruz, 11 points dito. And lahat ng mga players nila chipping in on the scoring output. On the other end naman dun sa San Pedro Mamba, talagang si Kiko Jose lang tsaka itong si Norman Castillo ang gumagawa sa kanila with 12 points and 10 points apiece. So they're gonna need a lot more offensive production from their other players. Kasi tingnan mo yung field goal percentage nila. 32% lang dito para sa San Pedro Mamba. On the other end naman, a whopping 51.5% for the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers for their field goal percentage. So talagang lahat ng shots nila, diba, it's very easy for them. And their fast break points also, tinatakbuhan sila ng Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. 20-7 ang fast break points nila.
That's a very big discrepancy aside from yung efficiency nga sa field goal shooting. Tapos yung fast break pa. But looking at the free throw percentage naman, kasi ito yung mga actually, it's on our screens right now, but not the free throws. Nung sabi mo nga, 51% versus 32% ng San Pedro Mamba. And they're being out-rebounded also. They're being out-assisted. And bench points, halos dikit lang. So why do you think that is? Why is the gap for the bench points super small for both San Pedro Mamba and Fire Chief?
Well, kumbaga ito si Castillo, di ba, lumabas din. He came off the bench, di ba? So, talagang maganda yung pinakita niya. And a lot of the points came from him, di ba? So, yun talaga yun. And on the other end naman, itong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers, yung bench points naman nila, dami naman nagpo-produce dito, di ba? Itong si Angeles coming off the bench para sa kanila. Even Arcuza, di ba? Yung shooter nila. So, talaga, ang daming weapons nitong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers.
Si Arcuza nga pala was off the bench. I actually forgot that he wasn't a starter after his great performance here in the first half. So now we're underway here in the second half between San Pedro Mamba Extra Zone, Halo-Halo and Palabok, and Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher.
Pero di ba, Migs, we take a look at this. I said kanina, they have not led in the game itong San Pedro Mamba.
Yes, they haven't.
Yung biggest lead nitong Fire Chiefs was 28. Pero tinan mo, 14 points na lang. They were able to cut it down. So yun na nga, slowly but surely, kaya nila ito.
Talagang kailangan dahan-dahan lang talaga. And actually, I want to take this opportunity, Aaron. If people noticed, itong pangalan ng San Pedro Mamba X Razon, Halo-Halo and Palabok, the second part of their name is Razon, Halo-Halo and Palabok. Yung owners nito, sina Teresita Razon and si Ryan Razon. And this is the original Razon actually from Pampanga, which has 25 branches nationwide. And may 3 branches sila sa Laguna, namely in San Pedro, in SLEX, and in SLEX Calamba. And there's another branch that's about to open in Lipa, Batangas. So if you're in the area, if you're a fan of great Halo-Halo and Palabok, I highly recommend Razons actually. And now Arejola will bring it down for San Pedro Mamba. 30-45 is the score now, a 15-point cushion for Fire Chief. Great nifty move on the inside para kay J.R. Aquino, getting the bang in the bucket there with a chance for an end one play.
And a beautiful pass right there by Arejola. Look at that lob pass inside. Excuse me, no, this is the other play, Migs.
And that's the instant replay. That is the lakas move of the quarter, brought to you by Cable Link.
Pero napakaganda yung pass ni Arejola to Aquino, cutting from the baseline there. That lob pass, saktong-sakto yun dun para sa big man niya to get that end one to go. And don't look now, it's just a 12-point lead for the Fire Chiefs.
And just like that, para nabuhayan ulit itong San Pedro Mamba. They just have to keep playing good defense and they can't afford to trade baskets here. Again, there we go, yung activeness on defense. Good chase there. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And good job in forcing the fire extinguishers into a tough shot there.
And may kita mo, iba yung energy nila in their zone defense, diba? As I mentioned kanina, they don't need to shift to a different defense kasi mahirapan sila pag tinaon nila itong Fire Chiefs.
And the pull-up jumper there is good. But the foul will be called by the referee here. That's gonna be a foul on San Pedro Mamba. So the ball will stay with Fire Chief. Shot clock reads 8. They have to get it to the paint quick. And loses the ball there is Angeles. Uncharacteristic there for LA Angeles.
And another good stop dito para sa San Pedro Mamba once again.
Mukhang ito na naman tayo. Just like nung game 1, very decisive yung lead ng JETOUR over VERTEX. Ngayon, humahabol na ngayon itong San Pedro Mamba. Pull-up jumper on the left side, short. Offensive board is good. And the putback by LA Angeles.
And the ball just bouncing right there to Angeles. No one in front of him to box out. Just gets the easy putback to go from the baseline.
Nuki. Guarded by Jay Arcusa. Gabriel on the inside now. Operating is JR Aquino. At the post ng Mamama, carving space underneath. Gets that hook shot to go.
And as I mentioned kanina, Kiko Jose and itong si Castellon need help on the offensive end. Aquino answering that call.
And good contest there, and Aquino will bring it down. 3-on-3 fast break here. Aquino to the left side, back to Aquino. Carving out space again, but good double team there by fire extinguishers. But there's going to be a foul on the call.
And once again, Aquino, another positive impact on the offensive end. This time getting fouled, heading to the free throw line.
Where was he the first half?
Tama. Actually, parang kita mo, iba yung energy na pinapakita niya. Kasi parang in that first half, di natin naramdaman siya.
Yeah,
pero
at all, yeah.
Tingnan mo dito. Second half natin, pasok pa lang niya, gets that lob pass, finishes the end one. Diba? Running the floor right there. So, Aquino coming to life in the second half.
And that's exactly what San Pedro Mamba would love to see. Ang ganda naman ng free throw niya. You know, as a big man, you know, you're really not known for shooting. Pero ngayon, sa trend ng basketball, na didispel na yun. A lot of tall shooters out there. And a lot of good inside scorers kahit maliit. So, you know, bilog ang bola eh. You'll never know how the game is gonna evolve the next day. Now, the fire extinguishers still have to manufacture some offense here. Todok, left alone, short stab, no good. Battle for the board, and look who comes up with it. LA Angeles.
Once again, being at the right place at the right time. Ito si LA Angeles, he has a knack for that.
Parang ano no, parang si Kevin Love, alam niya kagad kung saan magbabounce yung bola, and that's key for any player actually, key for any position actually, regardless if you're a guard or a forward or a center, well especially if you're a center, to know where the ball most likely will bounce.
And alam mo, that's a result of him being active palagi, crashing the offensive glass.
And the referees say that it will not count. Mapuputo ka ng 24 sa San Pedro. Just took a bit too much time there in manufacturing a shot. Although it was good quality, just not within the 24-second window.
Pero nonetheless, diba, ang ganda na naman ng pasahan nila, finding Aquino for that open shot. If you release that ball about a second earlier, diba, they could have got that shot to go.
Yep. And 13-point lead na lang itong fire extinguishers dito. Good fake there. Inside pass to Todok. And a good two-man game there on the left side para sa fire extinguishers.
Yun nga lang, too easy right there for Todok on that baseline shot.
Ganda dun. Castellon. Fake pass. But floater won't go. And now it's off to the races here for Fire Chief. Tolentino. Drop pass to De La Cruz.
And once again, the Achilles heel nitong Fire Chief, fire extinguishers. 20 fast break points in that first half. Ngayon, they're going back to it to get those easy buckets.
Ito na nga, pero again, lumolobo na naman ang kalamangan itong Fire Chief fire extinguishers, just like you said, Aaron. But mukhang narinig ako ni Arejola. You know, lumalamang sila, ako bahala dyan, may sagot ako dyan.
And answering that two-pointer with a three-pointer right there, si Arejola.
And good recognition there by Ignacio, immediately going for the steal. Arejola passes it to Jose, but contested there. Sidestep, expedition. But that's a travel call on Tolentino.
And very reminiscent of that first traveling call on the other end dun.
As we look at this instant replay on your screens right now, And that three-pointer was the lakas shot of the quarter, brought to you by CDO, food that brings you home. Sayang yun. Ang ganda rin ng drive ni Tolentino kanina, pero napituhan nga lang ng traveling. Ignacio drops it off to Castellon. Still can't find the opening here. Shot clock reads 8. Naputokan na siya ng 24 kanina. Castellon, big if it goes, but no. Offensive board here. Drop step, hook shot, travel for a travel.
And I'm liking yung mga players ng San Pedro Mamba kasi di ba kanina I mentioned na itong si Kiko at saka si Castellon lang yung gumagawa. Ngayon other players are stepping up, itong si Aquino, Areola, di ba? Even Ignacio on the defensive end. So yun talagang kailangan nila para manalo dito.
And just like you said, no, Aaron, kanina, it's not just much of the specific contributions that they have, but it's just the overall energy that San Pedro Mamba they're coming off right now from that first half. No, first half, medyo tinatamad. Parang nagkakaamuyan pa sila magkakakampi. Not enough energy on defense. Their offense was lackluster because parang may takip yung ring. But now, just like that, Castellon scoring the 2 points. May renewed energy itong San Pedro Mamba.
And Areola with the same lob pass right there. This time to Castellon. Napakaganda naman nun. Saktong-sakto for the big man inside.
No look pass there, and Tolentino will slash. But there will be a foul away from the shot. And I believe that's a pushing foul against Norman Castellon as he tried Tolentino from slashing to the basket. Shot clock reads 14. Gets that pick from De La Cruz. Pull-up jumper, short. And he'll let that sail out of bounds. So the ball will go back to San Pedro Mamba.
Pero yun na nga, Mix, diba? Yung energy nitong San Pedro Mamba, diba? They don't look like the same team from that first half, diba? Right now, they're still down by 14 points. That's still a lot. Pero iba na yung ginagawa nila. All their players want to play right now. Even on the defensive end, talagang pinapakita nila.
And it's much better now. I mean, it's gonna result in a closer game and much more entertainment for our fans here, either watching live or online. And there's a great defensive play there by Fire Chief. And Martinez and Castellon hit the deck. And it looks like parang may ongoing friction itong si Castellon and si Martinez, no? Nakita natin na medyo hinuk ni Martinez itong paa ni Castellon and nahulog siya. And hindi man lang nagkakiskisan tong dalawang to. Now the fire extinguishers trying to kill the fire of San Pedro Mamba here. Tolentino. One pull-up jumper. No good. Offensive board by Todok with a clean-up job for the fire extinguishers.
And that's what Todok does. The dirty work right there. Yung mga inside buckets.
And Tolentino almost a completed steal attempt. Pero tumawid sa out-of-bounds line.
And this is what Coach Chris Javier needs. He needs to put back in itong si Kiko, Jose, pati si Aquino. Sabay niya dito kay Castellon.
And ngayon, no, San Pedro Mamba. And on your screens right now, of course, the people that make SINAG Liga Asya possible. So maraming salamat po sa inyo. And that trickles in for Norman Castellon. Here we go. They just have to keep doing this. They have to get defensive stops and then score in transition or wherever they may be. Todok gives it to their guard, Martinez. Gets that screen from Todok. Almost a roll there, but good defense by San Pedro Mamba. 3 on the way, no good. And no one boxing out Leodones. And Martinez will try to waste away some clock here. Todok, pull-up jumper, in and out. Battle for the board, and San Pedro comes up with it. Risky pass there. Sayang, Todok just could not handle the basketball. So the ball will go to San Pedro.
And Ignacio with almost a costly turnover doon, pero buti na lang nabitawan yun ni Todok on that play.
Risky yun eh. Kasi kapag kina-crowd ka ng defender, tapos ibe-behind the back mo sa kakampi mo, that's, I mean, in a game this close.
Kumbaga very unnecessary, no?
Yes, it's quite unnecessary actually. Especially that you're down 14, right? Oh, what a great inside pass to Ignacio. Pero sayang hindi, to Aquino rather. But can't finish on the play.
Good penetration done on the part of the guard. Attracting the defense, finding Aquino inside once again. And he's going to be heading to the line for 2 free throws.
And again, we've talked about J.R. Aquino earlier in this ball game now. And it's great to see that his presence is much more felt now in the ball game.
Yup, and that First half, he only had 2 points. Kaya naman doon, 1 out of 3 from 2-point land. And ngayon, di ba, iba yung pinapakita niya. So he's much more aggressive in the second half. Siguro may sinabi dito si Coach Chris Javier.
Pare, ayusin mo ha. Siguro yun lang sinabi niya kanino. Sabi niya kanino, okay, sige. Sige, Coach Akabal. A little bit of sag there on the other side. Bernardo finds Cruz. Swings it to Martinez for the 3. Yes, sir! That's a dagger to the heart of San Pedro Mamba. Kanina pa ayaw bumagsak ng perimeter shot na yun, Aaron. But now, it's dropping for Fire Chief.
Just when they thought their comeback was about to start, Martinez silencing it with a swish from the corner.
Areola, pull-up jumper, no good. Castellon with the offensive board. Fade-away jumper. Hits the iron. And the ball will be controlled by the fire extinguishers. About a minute left in the third quarter here. Tolentino, quick spin move on the inside, but hits nothing but the air there. Great move, but no basket. Aquino finds Jose, stops on a dime. Kicks it out to Aquino. Drives to the basket, attacking the defense, gets the foul. And I believe that's in the act of shooting. So he'll be heading to the free throw line.
Good offense done on the part of San Pedro Mamba. A pass from Kiko Jose, but take a look at this mix.
As we check out this instant replay, no, kitang-kita naman na foul dun. Great defense, pero a little too close for comfort there. Aquino will head to the free throw line.
And itong si Aquino, di ba, a very big player, athletic shot. Tignan mo dun, getting a shot off the smaller defender, just rising up. Di na ma-block yun, had no choice but to foul him.
Din yung mahirap eh. Kasi in guarding Aquino, he's not just an inside presence, but he can also make you pay from mid-range.
Yeah, he can put the ball on the floor, kita mo dun, from the three-point line, driving with his left hand inside.
And now Leodones, an X factor in the first half, but yet to be felt here in the second.
1-3-1 zone defense dito para sa San Pedro Mamba.
And that's a silly turnover there. Napachacha siya dun. That's going to be a travel against fire extinguishers. Nuki now in the game for San Pedro Mamba. And Jose, medyo tahimik dito for San Pedro Mamba. Pero mukhang dahil sinabi ko yun, magpaparamdam na siya ngayon. Never mind. Drop pass to Castellon. Kick out to Nuki. And that's going to be stepping on the line. That's out of bounds. And now we're down to the last 23.9 seconds of the third quarter here. 60-46. 14-point lead here for the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. Leodones uses that De La Cruz screen. Almost a miscue, but Tolentino collects it. Good defense there. Jose, almost a steal. But that's going to be, I believe, a foul against Martinez as he pushed Jose to the floor.
And a good stop right there by Kiko Jose. Take a look at that mix, oh. Getting that steal right there. Almost getting the steal, but he gets pushed right there by Martinez, resulting in a foul.
Sayang. That could have been a great, great swing for San Pedro. Pero buti na lang, na-stop yun ng foul, na-stop ng energy ng laro. So now Jose will be heading to the free throw line.
And itong si Kiko Jose, parang wala lang yun. Yung binangga siya doon na nahulog siya. This guy is tough as nails. Sanay ito sa contact.
Mukha nga eh. Kasi kanina pa siya dumadrive the entire game. And it's not like he's bumping into pillows here. He's bumping into the bodies of grown men na talagang kasing tigas ng bato as they'll try to go for the last shot. Tolentino, hook shot like Kareem. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, 60-47. A dominant three-point lead here for Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. A double-digit lead as we look at the third quarter highlights. What does Fire Chief have to keep doing specifically to maintain this lead against San Pedro here?
Well, now they need to take advantage of the errors of San Pedro Mamba. Kasi most especially itong San Pedro Mamba, medyo umiinit na sila, di ba? As we mentioned kanina, there's an energy shift, di ba? Other players are starting to chip in, not only on the offensive end, where they're most needed, pero even on the defensive end, di ba? Ganda ng defense nila ngayon. They shift to a 1-3-1 zone, di ba? Their players nagpapakita, so they need more of that in the fourth quarter.
And hopefully we see that. We'll be back after these short messages for more action.
Ako si Alpi Martinez ng Team Fire Chief. Suportahan ng SinagLakasKwarenta 2.0.
And now we're back for more SINAG Liga Asya action for the fourth quarter between Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers and San Pedro Mamba, Extra Zone, Halo-Halo, and Palabok. A relatively closer game now with the biggest lead being 28 points for Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. And kita natin sa halftime stats kayo na Aaron. 51.5% field goal percentage ang Fire Chief as opposed to the 32% of San Pedro Mamba. And fast break points talagang outscoring itong San Pedro Mamba.
Well, yeah, kaya ang taas ng field goal percentage itong Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers kasi they keep getting in the fast break. Yung mga open shots nila, easy shots nakakuha nila. Unlike itong San Pedro Mamba, pinaghihirapan nila lahat ng mga shots nila in the half court. They're not getting out into the open court that much. Kaya ang baba ng field goal percentage nila. Pero tingnan mo dito, just a 13-point lead. Kiko Jose is on the court, Aquino is on the court, and Castellon is on the court. They're three best offensive weapons for this game. So these three guys need to come alive, and those supporting cast as well.
Absolutely, and right now they really just have to approach this with the same energy that they started the third quarter. And that's an air ball, but Martinez with an offensive board gets the bang in the bucket, and he'll be heading to the free throw line.
And alam mo, Mix, every time itong San Pedro Mamba, when they feel like they're gonna go on the run, itong si Martinez is always right there to silence it, no? Kanina, a three-pointer from the corner. Ngayon, an and one to start off this fourth.
Talagang siya yung fire extinguisher. You know, from Fire Chief siya nga yung fire extinguisher dito. And Martinez completes the three-point play. 63-47 now. Extends the lead to 16. And Jose will try to tack on some points here for San Pedro Mamba. On the floor with him is Nuki, Castellon, Aquino. Good move on the inside by Aquino, but still can't find the bottom. Good defense there by the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. Good. What a chase down block by Francis Jose. Challenging Tolentino. And Francis Jose will be pulling up for the jumper, but no good. What altitude? Francis Jose reaching from behind. Itong si Tolentino. Great hustle there. Parang di talaga napapagod ito.
And Jose showing off the hops on that play. Turn back the clock dito para kay Kiko Jose.
What a play. I'm still not over that. Tolentino thought he had a free reign to the basket. Pero, you know, Francis Jose is, that's my ball. What a play. Sayang, di natin na-replay yun. Ang ganda nun. And now Arcusa, the three-point specialist for the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers, checking in now with less than 9 minutes remaining.
So another weapon. May papakita ng Fire Chiefs dito si Arcusa.
Cruz to the top of the key. Finds Martinez all day to shoot. And that's not the guy that you'd want to leave open. No box out there. Finds Martinez again. He'll try to waste some clock here. Finds Cruz. Back to the outside kay San Jose. And great pass to Cruz and finishes the reverse layup. That's just great ball movement there by the Fire Extinguishers.
Ganda ng pasahan nila doon to break the zone right there. Then they give it to the middle in the end, finding the open baseline cutter for that easy reverse layup.
San Pedro Mamba can't afford to trade baskets right now as Castellon can't find the mark. Aquino, ooh, what a move! Pero sayang, hindi siya naka-finish doon. Immediately leaving the defender off that shoulder fake, but can't convert off that left-hand layup.
And alam mo, Migs, paano kahirap yung ginawa ni Aquino doon? Getting that offensive rebound, skying high, and then doing that fake spin. Yung fake spin na yun, talagang yung body control mo, kailangan malakas doon, yung core strength mo.
Core strength.
Diba? To be able to fake spin, go the other way, attempt the left-handed layup. So itong si Aquino talaga napakalakas ng katawan nito.
And now he just made the first free throw here for San Pedro Mamba, and this is what you'd want to see if you're in the white shirt, for the white shirts right here. Slowly chipping away at this lead. But you know, they have to come up with a decisive run here and fast. And they have to make these defensive stops. San Jose on the left side. Good ball movement here by the Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers. Three-pointer on the way. That's Jay Arcusa. And that's why he's on the floor, Aaron.
Kakapasok pa lang, a quick catch and shoot three-pointer right there for Jay Arcusa, the specialist from the outside.
And now we'll be turning it over to our courtside reporter, Courtney Buenaventura, for a short report on Jose Gabriel. Courtney?
Yes, like what I said, this is their second game. I interviewed Jose Gabriel from San Pedro Mamba with new players and new strategies being integrated to build the team chemistry. The loss from their previous game marked the beginning of their journey. According to him as well, they are still focusing on familiarizing themselves with each other's, playing styles and seeing how they can support one another on and off the court. Aaron, Migs?
Thank you so much, Courtney. And halata naman, Aaron, no? Based on yung actions itong San Pedro Mamba, mukhang nagkakaamuyan pa sila. It really is just their second game here in the league dito sa SINAG Liga Asya. But it looks like they're on to reach greater heights sooner or later.
Tama, with just their first game nung previous, di ba, against sa Takjel Binyan. Ngayon, second game pa lang nila. So, talagang medyo mahirapan talaga. It's gonna be a given, di ba, na second game nila, di ba, di pa nagkakaamuyan yung mga players. Even sa court, di ba, di pa sila masyadong sanay dito. So slowly but surely, itong San Pedro Mamba, I'm sure they're gonna be able to do big things in this tournament.
Absolutely, and I am really excited to see it all. Headed by Francis Jose, itong sina Castillon, sina Aquino, they're gonna be the front runners for this team for sure. Todok lands the short stab.
And once again, doing what he does best, those inside jumpers. Todok once again.
And if San Pedro doesn't come up with a run quick, it looks like Fire Chief Fire Extinguishers will win with a landslide victory here.
Tama, because time is not on the side of San Pedro Mamba.
Arejola, step back jumper, nifty move, blanketed by the Fire Chief defense. And I believe that's gonna be a foul on Mau Cruz.
And once again, it's Aquino getting the offensive board. Fouled once again. Parang napakaraming free throws na nitong ni Aquino in this game.
But yeah, credit the effort talaga of this big man ng San Pedro Mamba. Itong si Aquino. We've been paying attention so much kina Jose, kina Castillon, but on the inside, the silent operator itong si Aquino. Making his presence felt, especially in the third quarter, and now nagpo-pour over into the fourth. But I think it's a story of a little bit too late here.
And ang ganda ng free throw touch niya, as you mentioned kanina, for a big man.
Ganda ng tira niya. You know, parang Nikola Jokic eh. Ang high arcing, tapos swak na swak.
And as we say that, no, lumabas muna si Aquino, bumalik muna si Sabalon.
Yes, and Rodel Sablaon has now checked in for San Pedro Mamba. And a quick turnover forced there. Jose, at the end of the break, hang time, finishes with the reverse layup. And, you know, San Pedro needs a lot of that. They need to score in bunches and they need to make stops. They still have time here. Arcusa, three-pointer is good. And, you know, if you have someone on the other side, though, that keeps making shots like that, it's quite hard to get back into this ballgame.
And alam mo, once Arcusa gets the ball, wag mo na stay in front of him. Don't even give him an inch of space kasi talagang sharp shooter itong si Arcusa in this game.
Yeah, and especially since we haven't seen him put the ball on the floor masyado, it's really, you just really have to stick with it. As Todok finishes that layup, and it looks like, you know, kitang-kita naman natin sa body language of San Pedro Mamba, it seems that they have given up on this game. As we look at the highlights on your screen, that is the Lakas drive of the quarter, brought to you by CDO, food that brings you home. So now we'll be heading into a timeout. We'll be back after these messages. And of course, SINAG Liga Asya would not be possible without one of our major partners, CDO, food that brings you home. And of course, Cable Link. Cable Link and Holdings Corp. Watch SLA Games of the Week sa Cable Link Channel 59 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And once again, sa lahat ng mga tatay na nanonood, either live and online dito sa SM SOUTHMALL, Happy Father's Day po sa inyong lahat. And again, the score, 77-53, still in favor of Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Arejola launches from another zip code, but doesn't even connect to the ring. And here we go, another leak out here for Fire Chief San Jose. Extra pass to Todok, finishes the layup. And you know, Aaron, if you're in the place of San Pedro Mamba, how do you successfully bounce back in the next game against whoever they may go up against?
Well, let's start from this game right now, di ba? Kasi let's say na, sabihin na natin matatalo sila in this game. They need to use this game for reps. kahit in this fourth quarter na sabihin mong talo na sila, kailangan pa rin nila ito kasi second game pa lang nila in this tournament. They need all the experience they can get. They need all the reps they can get para masanay sila dito in this league. Kaya di sila pwedeng yung energy nila bababa right now.
So if you were head coach Chris Javier, no? So how would you recalibrate something on defense? Would you recalibrate something on offense? Or is it just really a matter of team chemistry na kailangan lang nila mag-gel in time?
Kasi nakita mo naman dun, Migs, kanina, di ba? In that third quarter when they went on that run, di ba? Nag-iba yung energy nila. Pero itong si Coach Chris Javier din naman, may mga adjustments siya. As we take a look at this, Migs.
As we look at this lakas assist of the quarter brought to you by SM SOUTHMALL. As you were saying, Aaron.
Yeah, as I mentioned kanina kasi, di ba? Itong si Coach Chris Javier, nag-a-adjust naman siya. Nag-1-3-1 defense siya. Nag-2-3 zone defense sila. I'm not sure kung nag-man sila in this game. Pero yun, mga nagtatry siya ng ibang defense. So kumbaga, he's still in the experimenting stage dito in our league. Kasi second game pa lang nila, titingnan niya what works best. Aquino coming alive in that second half lang, di ba? First half, dalawang players lang yung nagpakita on the offensive end. Kiko Jose and itong si Castillon. So kailangan niya i-integrate in his offense kung paano niya ma-involve yung mga ibang players niya. How Aquino, those three guys, yung three-headed monster niya, Aquino, Jose, and itong si Castillon to lead the way for them. So marami pa siyang adjustments na gagawin, offensive end, defensive end, and even on the chemistry side. Pero yung chemistry, unti-unti mangyayari yan as long as they play with each other.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I wouldn't have made that analysis even better than you. Pero in the case naman of the fire chief, fire extinguishers, no? What can they learn from this game? What can they pick up? And what can they apply for the games moving forward?
Kumbaga itong fire chief, fire extinguishers kasi well-oiled machine na to, di ba? They know what they do. Their players know their roles, di ba? Alam nila kung sino mag-score, sino titira sa labas. JR Cruza titira sa labas. Sila Todok, sila Ice de la Cruz papasok dun sa loob, getting offensive rebounds, short stop jumpers, di ba? Mga floor general nila itong sila Leodones gagawa, pushing the pace, and Angeles, di ba? Just doing the dirty work for them. So talagang they know their roles, they know their chemistry. Players showing up, they're well coached. So yun talaga, kompletong team sila. Pagpatuloy-tuloy lang nila yung ginagawa nila. Of course, improve on some of the errors na ginagawa. Pero overall, ang ganda na pinapakita ng Fire Chiefs.
And in terms of the areas for improvement naman ng Fire Chiefs, because we've already talked about the areas for improvement nitong San Pedro Mamba. It's more of team chemistry. It's more of exploiting and talagang making the most out of the three-headed dragon that you said. What is ano naman yung areas for improvement nitong Fire Chiefs, fire extinguishers?
Well, yun na nga yun sa offensive end. Minsan pag half-court offense, nahihirapan sila. Kasi kita mo naman sa fast break, talagang tinatakbo nila yung mga kalaban nila, di ba? Pero minsan, when it's a very disciplined half-court team, they're going against a very disciplined half-court defense, dun sila nahihirapan.
And now they're gonna be spending the last 2 minutes of this ball game now. Three-pointer on the way, no good. So substitutions coming in. And it looks like they're gonna give some players some playing time here para lahat makalaro, you know. Nuki checking back into the game for San Pedro Mamba. Passes it to the inside. Hang Tam layup is good.
And a tough shot right there from the corner of finger roll. One of the toughest shots actually, not using the board. So kailangan saktong-sakto yung shot mo dun.
You know, it just comes from experience, Aaron. Honestly, you know, if you've been playing the game for as long as they have, you know, it's really just gonna come naturally for these guys. But what an incredible game, no, Aaron? Honestly, it's really great half-court sets, great defense. Talagang naging inconsistent lang yung San Pedro Mamba at some point in the game. And, you know, they're back to the drawing board. No way to go but up. They're just gonna keep applying it to the next game until they get better and better. And that's just how basketball is.
Tama yung sinabi mong word mix, yung inconsistency. Pero what I like about itong San Pedro Mamba, they were able to show flashes of brilliance, di ba? Yung mga run nila doon, napapakita nila. So if they could sustain that for the whole game, they could be a very dangerous team in this tournament.
And the timeout will be called here by San Pedro Mamba. We're going to be back after these short messages for more SINAG Liga Asya action.
J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, premium fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
And of course, SINAG Liga Asya would not be possible without our partners at Politech. Politech Philippines Incorporated, our official advertising partner in SINAG Liga Asya. And of course, J Project Clothing Shop, makers of quality uniforms, our official outfitter in SINAG Liga Asya. Now it's back to the ball game with less than a minute left. 84-66 is the score so far. A three-pointer on the way. That was Florence Marion. He made a big three. He made a three earlier na talagang nag-erupt yung crowd dun sa may Fire Chief. So it looks like marami siyang supporters sa side na yun. Jose, passes it to Castellon. Three-pointer, yes sir. But again, it's just a little bit too late here. They're just going through their motions now.
Pero yun na nga, di ba? Ang daming matutunan dito ng San Pedro Mamba in this game. Gonna be able to take these, kahit take this loss and hopefully sa next game manalo sila dito.
And yun, they can't even get the offensive board there as honestly everybody looks gassed at this point. Kasi after that man-to-man defense, after the fast breaks, after the transition breaks, it's just hard to keep up with this kind of stamina and resistance, especially at their tenure in life.
Tama, in itong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers kasi very deep team ito. Actually, may mga kulang pa dito itong si Ren C. One of their premier centers. Nag-player of the game yan. Napakalakas na player yon. He's not here, so yun. Isa sa mga big man nila wala dito. Pero they were still able to pull off the win. So very deep team talaga itong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers.
A player to watch din yun. Yung sinabi mo nga, Aaron. Pero sayang, wala nga siya dito. But we'll probably be seeing him in the next games of SINAG Liga Asya. Castellon, three-pointer. Can't find the mark. And Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers will be dribbling it out. And the final score of this ball game will be 84-69. A landslide victory in favor of Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers. What an incredible game, Aaron.
Tama, di ba? Nakita natin, Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers in control that whole game. Biggest lead was 28 points in that first half. Itong San Pedro Mamba not even leading in that first half. 0 yung lead nila. Pero kita mo, they were showing flashes of brilliance, di ba? Napakita nila, nag-run sila dito. Slowly but surely, they were starting to get their groove. Pero in the end, the Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers, as you said, extinguishing that run in the end. And tignan mo naman yung lead nila, Migs.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned yung extinguishing doon, Aaron. Saktong-sakto nga sa sinabi mo. So 84-69 was the final score in this ball game. Talagang kinulang lang talaga yung favor ng yung energy ng San Pedro Mamba, extra zone, halo-halo, and palabok sa game na ito. What a great outing from Jose, Aquino. Talagang hindi pa lang masyadong na ma-maximize itong team na ito. But for Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers, what a great landslide victory for them, Aaron.
Tama, a lot of players came out. They all chipped in. Nagbigay sila offensive end, defensive end. As usual, di ba? As I said, a well-oiled machine itong Fire Chief, Fire Extinguishers. Pero naman itong San Pedro Mamba, it's a start of good things to come para sa kanila. From those three guys, those three leaders for their team, yung big three nila, Kiko, Jose, Aquino, and itong si Castellon nagpakita in this game. We expect more from them and we expect more from the team as a whole.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the next game, but we're going to be turning it over to our courtside reporter, Courtney Buenaventura, for an interview with our player of the game. Courtney?
For our SINAG Lakas Best Player of the Game, we have Sir J. Arcusa from Fire Chief, Fire Extinguisher with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Sir, first of all, happy Father's Day and of course, congratulations to you and the whole team. Sir, ano pong plano nyo para maipagpatuloy ang magandang performance nyo sa mga susunod pang laro?
Siguro focus lang kami. Every practice, lahat ng tinuturo ni Coach Eric at saka ni Coach Ronald, at saka yung mga advice ni Boss Florence. Yun, ina-apply lang naman namin sa practice para pagdating ng game, na-execute namin na maayos.
And sir, you now have the opportunity to greet your friends and family.
First of all, thank you kay God sa talent na pinahiram niya. First, maraming salamat sa suporta ni Ma'am Marion, ni Boss Florence. And then yung asawa ko pala, binabati ko. Hi Jen, at saka sa mga anak ko kay Sophie, kay Andre, kay Vince, kay Jeya, kay Risha, kay Tyra. At saka yung mga tropa ko sa Don Jose. At saka yung mga office mate ko sa Supreme Court, sa JBC, OPDR family. Ayun, binabati ko sila lahat. And sa lahat po ng mga father dyan sa happy Father's Day po. Yun lang po.
Thank you very much po, sir. And congratulations again. You would be receiving a gift pack from CDO. Bring the food that brings you home. Back to you, Migs and Aaron.
Thank you so much, Courtney. And nakita nga natin yung player of the game na si Jay Arcusa. So please follow our social media platforms for the latest schedule of our games following the days of today. And thank you once again for watching SINAG Liga Asya. And maraming salamat sa iyo, Aaron.
Yeah, maraming salamat, Mig. So, thank you so much to all the fans for watching. Happy Father's Day po sa lahat. And napakaganda yung mga napanood natin ngayon, Mig. So, hopefully, maging kapartner ko ulit ikaw in the next games.
Absolutely. And on behalf of the entire production team, maraming salamat sa panonood ng SINAG Liga Asya. We'll see you next time.